Hey yo, what is poppin'? It's your boy Fizz and I'm bringing guys to week 9, final week in the MPL majors, and I'm going up against Rewt, coach of the New Jersey Brobats. So yeah, this is the final week of the season in MPL. I took over for the team back in week 2 I believe, for Rogue, and yeah, it's gonna be all up to this game to see if I make it to playoffs or not. So if I win this game, I'm 100% guaranteed in playoffs. I already know the result of the other game, as I'm just about to explain. And if CJ wins, and I lose, then I'm completely out. CJ takes my spot. I already know the result of the game, so just wait until after I play the battle until I reveal it. And I'm obviously gonna say like a spoiler warning, stuff like that, because his video goes up tomorrow. So definitely go check that video out. See his pretty good comeback to see if he can make it in playoffs or not. So yeah, this is gonna be a very gigantic game for us here, because I really need to win this game. I don't want to let Rogue down. I don't want to let myself down, man. So yeah, also I have a new background in Showdown. You can't really see it, but hold on. But yeah, I love that anime, man. It's so cute and heartwarming, and yeah, you know what I mean. It's really good. If you haven't checked it out, do it. But yeah, sorry, I love that anime. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into Rewt's team here. He has the Mega Latios. I don't know why this thing is allowed. Infernape, Scissor, Primarina, Decidueye, Galvantula, Donphan, Miltank, Noivern, Alolan Persian, and the Tauros. So Z, Galvantula, and Noivern are his picks over like Z Ape. Which I'm perfectly fine with. Z Ape is threatening. It's like so threatening to me. But Z Galvantula and Noivern, I'm not too worried about. Z Hurricane Noivern is something I'm definitely prepared for. I can definitely see coming, because my flying switch-ins are pretty much non-existent. It's only like Excadrill, and that's not a really good flying switch-in to Z Hurricane, you know? So I can definitely see that coming. But in general, he has a horrifying team. Mega Latios is so scary to deal with. Infernape is so good. Even though I have a Hippowdon and 2 pretty bulky waters, he can run Nasty Plot, Grass Knot on me, and it can kind of shred my team, like, in general. Scissor is pretty annoying, but I don't think it will come, like, at all. Like, Tapu Lele prevents priority. I have a Hippowdon and 2 bulky waters and an Excadrill. In a Kofag, like, Scissor is kind of like, no, it's not a good pick here, in my opinion. Primarina is very scary. I have no switch-ins to a Primarina. The best switch-in that I have is Licky Licky, but I need to protect with leftovers if I don't want to be 2-shot, and that's if rocks are up, I get 2-shot, so GG. Primarina is horrifying if it's Specs, Hydro Pump, or Moonblast. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm expecting. Galvantula with webs is like always scary, because it can handle my Lele and my Scolipede, my Sandcore. Really need to prevent webs from getting up against my team. That's going to be a very, very big priority for me. So yeah, if that's going to be it from that anime talk and going over Rewt's team, I'm just going to jump right into my team, what I'm bringing for the final week in MPL. First off, I have classic Choice Specs Lele, modest as well, 4 attacks, or 3 attacks with Light Screen. Didn't need anything else other than Moonblast. Like, Scissor is, I told you, it's not going to come right. It doesn't make sense for it to come. It's just going to be a Deadmon against like my really, really good Fat. Doesn't even do anything against my team, you know, so I just spam Moonblast every single time. Psychic is there in case I do need that little extra power. HP Fire is just in case that Scissor does come, and Light Screen is for that Primarina and Latios, so I can Light Screen, sack off my Lele, and I'm able to go into something else. So Moonblast is really, really, really all I need, man. Like, nothing switches into Tapu Lele, bro. So yeah, straightforward. Modest is going to give me that kick, that, modest, bro. Modest. It's very spicy. It's a very spicy Lele. So yeah, really looking forward to see how that works. Next up I have, again, Wish. It's pretty much the same exact set from last week against Max, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, just straightforward stuff, you know. Fire Punch is there for the Scissor if it does decide to come. I don't want to be hard-walled by that, and the setup Scissor is something I don't want to deal with, so I do need prepared for that. I do need to be prepared for that Scissor nevertheless. No matter how, like, unprobable I think it is, I think I still need to prep for it, because that's how Draft League works. You can bring everything. And Wish Protect is going to be really nice for my team to be able to help switch into that Infernape, Mega Latios, Supreme Arena, stuff like that. And I feel like this Wish Protect set was probably the best thing here. And it's my best switch into Prime Arena that I have, even though it's not a switch into Prime Arena. It's like not a very good one, you know. But it's the only thing I got, you know. Next up, I have my Excadrill right here with the Sash. I have Earthquake, Spin, Rocks, and Toxic. So let me talk about this side really quickly, right? He has a Galvantula, he has Sticky Web on it. My removal is going to be that Excadrill and my Rotom. Really bad removal. Rotom Moat, it's not looking good in this matchup at all. Like, it kind of gets just bodied by his Pokemon. Don't really think Rotom Moat is a very good pick. And even if it was, I don't think it would be better than the Mons I have on my team. So Excadrill is only other option to guarantee to get rid of webs. So I have Sash on there because I can lead up in front of everything pretty much. I can Earthquake things that I hit. Like the Galvantula, I can pretty much body that thing with the Earthquake and then spin next turn if it does have a Sash intact. And I can also Earthquake or Toxic that Donphan if it's leading with it, take that Brox. Because one of my game plans here is to actually weaken that Donphan with my Excadrill for my Scolipede. Because Scolipede looks incredible against this team, man. Scissor, I told you it's not going to come. I swear it's not going to come. So that Scolipede looks phenomenal against the rest of his team. So yeah, Toxic and Earthquake both deal with that Donphan pretty well. I can get at my own rocks as well, and I can spin the webs away or spikes. Does he have spikes? No. But I can spin the rocks and the webs away that he has on his team. I outspeed like 40 speed Miltank, just a little bit of speed on that Miltank because I don't want like a pretty speedy Miltank running around Earthquaking my Excadrill, you know what I mean? So I feel like this is a pretty good set, unlike that other Sash set that I brought before earlier in the season. I feel like this was an actually good set that worked really nicely here. Chip down that Donphan is going to be very big with my Excadrill here. So yeah, next up I have my Wincon pretty much with 3 attacks, Protect, Life Orb, Scolipede. I'm not Adamant, which is really unfortunate because I would have loved to be Adamant in this matchup, to be honest. With Adamant, I'm able to completely body everything, but even so, like with the Life Orb, once everything is chipped down by Toxic and Rocks and Earthquake, stuff like that, you know, I can pretty much win with the Scolipede. Nothing is a switch into the Scolipede other than that Donphan, but I do have Aqua Tail on it in case I do need it, but yeah, Donphan is going to get chipped by my Excadrill as well. If it does, if that does happen. So yeah, Scolipede looks incredible against his team. Protect is there just so I'm able to guarantee to outspeed something like a Scarf Infernape, Scarf Latios, Scarf Primarina, Scarf Galvantula, stuff like that. I just want to be able to guarantee to win with this Scolipede late game. So that's going to be the plan with the Scolipede. It looks really good against this team. I think I'm really happy with this set. So yeah, next up I have my pretty Spadef Suicune here. This is going to be my Noivern switch-in. And I actually do believe that he's going to bring that Noivern, man. Let me tell you, like, Z Hurricane does look really good against my team. Like, I really haven't counterplayed the Z Hurricane, and I'm able to protect on that Z, potentially, and I'm able to Ice Beam that Noivern. Guarantees kill the kill after Rocks. Don't know about from full, but it can put in a lot of damage with the Ice Beam. And that can also hit the Latios pretty hard as well. And this is going to be a pretty good switch into Primarina if it's locked into a water move, like a Hydro Pump or whatever, you know. So yeah, this Suicune is pretty much only here just to be able to serve as a pretty bulky pivot to Infernape, because I don't think physical Infernape makes that much sense, you know what I mean? I feel like Nasty Plot, or not even Nasty Plot, just like Life Orb Grass Knot with Dual Stab looks really good against my team because it can punish my physically defensive Pokemon. So I think this can be a really solid switch into that Infernape as well. But I'm able to take 2 close combats from Infernape regardless with the Suicune. So yeah, it's going to be that Suicune here. I think it's going to be very pivotal, literally pivotal in this game. And last but not least, I have my Rocky Helmet Hippowdon with the 2 attacks, Slack Off, and Roar. Roar is there because I don't want Latios setting up all over me. I don't want that at all. Mega Latios with a Calm Mind Up is the last thing I need in my life, you know. And I'm able to Roar out. Yeah, that's pretty much all that Roar is for. Fire Fang is there to hit that Scissor. Again, I need to be able to prep for that thing because I don't want Scissor 1v1ing my Hippowdon. I don't want that to happen, you know. And Rocky Helmet's pretty good because in case his Infernape does decide to U-turn, I'm able to punish that thing pretty nicely. And in hindsight, probably Leftovers is probably a better play, but Helmet seemed pretty good against this team, you know what I mean? And yeah, standard Hippo stuff. pretty mixed defensively, but primarily defensive, to be able to switch into that Infernape decently well. If it does decide to be physical, this is going to be that switch into that once he reveals it, but Suicune is probably going to be my switch into that Infernape for the most part. So yeah, it's going to be my team. I actually tried really hard on this team. I feel like this was a pretty good team that I built here, but he has a very scary team with a lot of offensive threats. But I'm definitely going to do my best here in this battle to try to clinch playoffs here. It's going to be a very big game here in MPL, and I'm just going to get connected with Rewt here and jump right into the battle. And we are here at the battle against Rewt. Good luck, have fun, of course, my man. So I'm re-recording this a couple hours after. I kind of forgot to record the actual battle itself, so yeah, that's why my voice probably sounds different. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, Rewt decides to bring a team consisting of the Donphan, Galvantula, Primarina, Noivern, Decidueye, and the Infernape. So no Mega Latios. He decided to bring the Decidueye over the Mega Latios. Like everything else on his team, the other 5 Pokemon definitely makes sense against my team. Webs are really nice, Primarina is a monster, Donphan is really nice, Ape is busted, and the Noivern Z Hurricane, that threat is so big against my team, so I need to be careful about that, and I think that's just going to be the biggest possibility that Noivern has. So yeah, that's going to be the team. This is going to be so big. If I win this game, I'm guaranteed in playoffs, so really need to do my best here against Rewt. So yeah, I'm just going to click play right here. And I'm really off my Excadrill just to prevent Webs from getting at or to chip down that Donphan. It's going to Earthquake first turn. I know I can 2-shot it. As he goes for a Scald here, I know I can live everything because I'm sashed. Unless I get burned, so yeah, that was like the worst possible scenario, because if I didn't get burned, I probably would have sacked off my Excadrill or preserved it. I don't know what my options would be. Maybe I got up Rocks. Rocks looked really good against his team. Broke the Sash on Galvantula sturdy. Chipped like everything down really nicely. So yeah, getting burned first turning, that happening is not the ideal situation at all. So my Excadrill goes down turn 1, which is pretty sick. So yeah, just going to my Lily, he has to pick a sack pretty much. So yeah, he decides to sack the Primarina, which is fine because I don't have to deal with Primarina anymore. So I go into the Hippowdon right here. Excuse me. So he goes for a U-turn here. Right here, I'm thinking he was Scarfed, right? Because he went in my Lele. He doesn't know if I'm Scarfed or if I'm like anything else. I think Specs looked really good. I think it was a big threat against his team. The team he brought, at least, I think it was a big threat. Like Scarf Psychic, he had no resist at all. So yeah, that tells me that the Infernape is Scarfed as well. But judging by the C-center damage that he did to my Hippo, it's actually a banded Infernape. Now I did not realize this until after the game when I calced. Like, U-turn from an Infernape should never do 20% to a FizzleTheHizzle Hippowdon, you know? That should have been an instant sign that something was up and it was not Scarfed. But at this point, I was still thinking that it was Scarfed, and that's going to come to haunt me later in the game. As you're going to see, I'm going to play this entire match thinking that Infernape is Scarfed. So, yeah, that was unfortunate, but, yeah, he's just going to U-turn out and go into the Decidueye, which is a pretty good play. Decidueye was a pretty good bring, as he reveals a lefty, so he's not like Z. Well, I guess he wouldn't be Z. It's only Galvantula and Noivern. But he goes for the SD here, which is pretty scary, but I'm more than happy with sacking my Licky right here, because like Primarina is gone. It's not going to be really like super helpful anymore, and all my other 4 mons are going to be more valuable than this Licky, you know. So I'm just going to Fire Punch this thing until I burn it, get some residual damage on it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep spamming Fire Punch as he's going to go for the Leaf Blade here, and he obviously 2-shots me. And I bring him down pretty low, and yeah, I guess he didn't really want to be that low because he roosts here. Don't really know what his intentions were, as I just go into Lele and then kill something. So yeah, I have more opportunities to burn this thing. As he goes for another SD, I don't really know why, as I get another opportunity to burn this thing, but yeah, I'm not gonna get it. As he roosts right here and I go for the Fire Punch, I still try to burn. No burn, as he's over half at this point. As he goes for another roost, and I still get no burn, which is like insane. I don't know how that happened. So yeah, he's just gonna kill me off with the Decidueye here. But this is pretty good for him because since I go into Lele, and as you're gonna see, he's gonna sack his Decidueye. That reveals that I'm going to be Specs and not Scarfed. So that's pretty good information for him. So I guess those plays really did work out in his end. But yeah, right here he goes for the Gunk Shot. So this is pretty interesting, as I think he's just gonna be U-turn, Gunk Shot, and Dual Stab on the physical side. So very interesting coverage options there. I don't really know what else Gunk Shot was for, but yeah, like Banded Flare Blitz destroyed my Lele anyway. I don't really know why Gunk Shot was a play. I need to explain that turn. So I double out to my Suicune on the Noivern because for several reasons. One, I didn't want Hippowdon in on the Noivern where he can just bust out a very, very free Zero Hurricane if he does have it. I have no reason to think that he's not Zero Hurricane, especially when it does so well against my draft. I think it's just no drawback bring on his end. So I need to bring in something that like not only takes Z Hurricane but also KOs the Noivern at this point. So this weekend does exactly that. It takes on that defensive role that it can switch into Noivern, and it also offensively pressures the Noivern as well, as I can Ice Beam that thing. So that's why I go into this weekend. Did not want my Hippo in on the Noivern ever. So yeah, that's why I have this weekend. I see reveals a U-turn here, so I'm like pretty confused why he has U-turn, but he goes into a Galvantula. I break that thing's sash if he does have one. So yeah, break that thing's sash with Ice Beam if he does have it, as he reveals a Z here. And I go into my Hippo, Gigavolt Havoc. So that tells me automatically that that Noivern is 100% not Z, which I'm pretty interested to see what item it is. Like, it's not Life Orb, as you saw from the U-turn. And at this point, I have no idea what the item is. Probably like, I don't know, like Sky Plate, whatever that thing's called. But yeah, I anticipated him to go for webs there, but he goes for Z Gigavolt, so I'm like content with that, you know. So yeah, right now he doesn't really have the best Earthquake switching, so I'm just going to go for the Earthquake here. Hopefully I can kill this Galvantula, but he's going to reveal Giga Drain over like Energy Ball, so he's going to be able to live this hit with ease and get some health backs with Giga Drain. So yeah, pretty good stuff on his end, as he's going to switch out to the Noivern, pretty much sacking it as you go for the Poison Jab right here and two-shot that thing very easily, as you get a Poison here, which doesn't really end up mattering in the end. But yeah, right here I go for the Protect right here. I want to scout out what move he's going to go for as he goes for the Air Slash. And yeah, I outspeed everything at this point as he goes into the Donphan, and I break that thing sturdy, which is going to be really clutch late game potentially. Excuse me. I'm just going to go into my Suicune. It was my only play at this point to go into the Suicune on the Donphan, because right now I just killed something with Scald pretty much. Galvantula's not going to switch in anymore, neither is his Noivern, so he's going to sack this off, which is the best play on his end in my opinion. Right here goes into the Galvantula. So this was a very, very big turn. So my thought process was, Lele can live every hit from Infernape because it is Scarfed. That's exactly what I was thinking the entire time. Infernape is Scarfed. And I never bothered to calc that U-turn damage on the Hippo. I never even saw how much it did. Like 20% on U-turn is not Scarf damage. That is 100% banded, but that is hindsight. I did not know that during the battle. Definitely should have calced that. But right now I'm thinking Lele literally wins the game because if I stay in, I can take everything from Galvantula. Since I know it's not Life Orb or Magnet, it's Z and he popped it already. I can take every Thunder from this Galvantula and I can Scald it back to kill it. And then I just let the Infernape kill my Suicune. I sack the Suicune off. Go into my Lele, I live every hit from Infernape. I Psychic that back, and then I Psychic the Donphan, put in range of everything from Scolipede. So that is my game plan right now. Hopefully that made sense. So yeah, again, my play is to always go for the, well, I guess I go for the Protect for some nice recovery, some nice lefties. It was a no drawback play as well, like nothing switched in on the Scald anyway. So that extra recovery pretty much helped me secure living that Thunder, and I take out the Galvantula. So right here I'm thinking, alright, I think I win the game right here, because I know this Infernape is Scarfed, quote unquote. I know it's Scarfed, quote. So yeah, I'm just going to sack this thing off to the Infernape, go along with my thought process that I said before. And yeah, Lele's at full. It can take every Scarf hit, it can take this Flare Blitz with ease, except I die. So really confused like how I died, but it didn't really make me like think until now that this Infernape was 100% banded. And yeah, I think right now I just lose the game. If I knew he was banded, I would always go into the Scolipede and Aqua Tail, because he covers a Donphan switch, it kills the Infernape. So that was my only play. If I knew this Infernape was banded, you know. So it was a horrendous choke to not calc that U-turn damage with the Infernape. So yeah, that pretty much cost me the game and eventually cost me playoffs. As you're going to see, I'm going to go into my Scolipede. My only play is Aqua Tail, but I'm going to protect for some reason. Doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to protect Aqua Tail, kill the Infernape, which is his best play. As he goes into Donphan, he can live everything. Maybe not a crit Aqua Tail, but yeah, actually messy Aqua Tail, and he eventually crits me with the Earthquake, so that's pretty sick. A very juicy turn to end out our season, and we are now 4-5, and yeah, we lost, but that's not that bad because if CJ loses his game, then that means we're in playoffs. So yeah, hopefully this loss doesn't mean much. I already know the result, and I'm going to tell you guys in about 5 seconds. So spoiler warning: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. CJ actually ended up winning his game, his final week, and he's going to be in the playoffs, and we are not. So overall, just incredibly disappointed in myself. There were so many games this season where I felt I'd like just completely choked away the game against Aaron, against Rewt, and I believe other games. I feel like I just played like really bad and just choked away the game. An easy win, but I decided to throw away the game and hand my opponent the W. So it was very frustrating this season, and I don't really want to use like the draft, like the initial draft, as a crutch to like help me like say that it was like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it's not the draft's fault, it's my fault. I choked away so many games that I should have won, and if I made the correct plays in those games, I would have been in playoffs. You know, there's nobody to blame but myself, and it's only up to me to get better at this game, man. But it was very frustrating MPL. But on the bright side, this is only the 4th time I've ever been under 500 in a league, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But I really like the ending team that we used here in MPL. I really like the transactions that I made. I think I made it a really, really solid team. So yeah, it would have been nice to get a few more games with this final product. But you know, it's the end of the season. Playoffs are like not mine anymore, so can't really do anything about that. Good luck to everybody in playoffs. I sincerely hope everybody has a blast in it, and hopefully everybody gets to run at the championship here. So yeah, regarding my future in MPL, I don't know, like if I'm gonna return next season. I don't know if they'll invite me next season. Like I'm pretty sure they don't like me because I didn't record like any of my, well, I'm not gonna say they don't like me. They didn't like the fact that I recorded every game with Showdown and not Wi-Fi. But by my next season, I think I should definitely be able to have like a DS and maybe even a capture card potentially to even like play my games on Wi-Fi, you know. So yeah, I don't really know what the future holds for MPL, but yeah, in regards to my future leagues this summer, I'm going to be finishing up OLT. I'm in playoffs right now. I don't know how far the upload schedule will be at this point, so I'm just going to say I'm in playoffs. So yeah, I need to finish that up. I'm also in SSBL, which I'm not going to be uploading, unfortunately. I didn't really have enough time, but I think LB is starting up this summer as well, and hopefully I can get into that. I said I would be interested, so hopefully Hiker and all those people can put me in LD. I think that'd be pretty sick, and I'd probably upload it as well. It's gonna be a pretty fun run, and yeah, I don't really think I left anything out. Also, it was a really fun time battling on Wi-Fi. Those few, like 3 games that I actually played on the Wi-Fi on the DS, so that was pretty fun. I definitely really like that Wi-Fi aspect, so definitely going to be looking towards some Wi-Fi leagues in the future, you know. Not at the moment because I literally don't have a DS that works, so when I get a DS, I'm going to be able to look for those leagues that I had a lot of fun in. So yeah, I don't really think I need to talk about anything else. That was kind of my end of the season rant, but yeah, again, really enjoyed this season. Thank you so much to Automatic, Rogue, bless wherever your position is right now. Haven't really heard from him since he dropped week 2 due to an emergency, so really hope he's okay. I'm sure he's doing fine. And thank you to Greg for putting me in this league, so really appreciate all of that. And thank you, Aaron, for being a GOAT this season, making thumbnails, genning my team, recording battles for everybody. Thank you for being such a GOAT. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. And also thank you. I think every video for MPL has over 50 views, so that's amazing, similar to UPA. So definitely going to try to grow my channel. That's going to be the focus this year, to try to grow my channel, maybe get to not 500, 400 subs this year. I think that's going to be the goal. Pretty modest goal in my opinion. I think we can do it if I work hard enough, and that's exactly what I plan to do. So yeah, I'm sorry, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna let you guys head out here, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.